What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Brian.
And we're super excited today. The world famous, who, if you've watched our channel for any time now, you've heard the name drop plenty of times, Keith at Vick's. This is Keith.
This is me. That would be me.
We've got him here.
Notorious.
Yeah.
Notorious.
Keith Yazell, owner of Vick's Liquor Store in Seymour, one of our favorite store.
Yeah, thank you.
And then
These are my favorite bourbon pours.
There we go, yeah. So the exciting thing, Brian and I know both of us have been talking about this for quite a while, is that Vick's is celebrating its 75th year this year, and they have done their first ever barrel pick with Starlight.
Yes, we have. Yeah. And you might have, you two joined me when I picked it.
Yeah.
So that was...
It was a great experience.
Yeah.
If we have a Sharpie, we'll have to sign the bottle.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. A good memory for us. So we went down to Starlight Distillery back in, I want to say, March, and Keith has saved these bottles for their actual 75th anniversary. So if you want to come hang out with us that night, we're going to be pouring samples of this, and the bottles will be released. That is at 6 p.m. August 8th, Vick's Liquor Store in Seymour, 400 East Tipton Street in Seymour.
Yes, we're going to have this. We're also going to have our shirts in the Crowler cans.
Okay.
And there was stuff with a little can koozie.
We'll give away things. So,
yeah.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about this bottle. Brian, I think I'll let you jump in here since I've been hogging the...
Oh, yeah, you're fine. I'm just hanging out over here.
Like usual.
Hang out here in the middle.
Well, and as you can see, the Keith tasted some of this bottle
I
here.
had, you know what? I had to open it and check it.
Well, I think I would have
too.
so.
I just kept staring at it. It was like...
Yeah, so we went on this pick. It was a quarter barrel pick,
right? Yes,
and we sampled this, and oh my goodness, it was so good. It's 113.2 proof. It's 5.5 years old, and it's bourbon and it's finished in a maple syrup barrel.
When you taste it, you're gonna get a strong maple finish.
Yeah.
And it's maple syrup finish, not maple wood, but maple syrup finish. And it's warm.
Yeah,
it's warm. I really liked it.
113 proof.
So you still get so it's got the strength, it's got the flavor. It's you get the wood out of there too.
Yeah. And so one of our other buddies went on the pick with us, and he had a funny quote that he said.
Can we say that?
I'm not going to say the actual quote, but you can kind of get the idea of what he said. But,
we were talking about whether they proof it down, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then basically he just says, "Well, you better not f with
perfection." Yeah.
So I was like, so it is good. And these are coming from pretty good connoisseurs that know their stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And this is phenomenal.
And then one thing I'll add too before we go into nose and sip is that the maple syrup that they use, if I remember right, it was from a local farm near Starlight. So it was all this stuff's really local.
Yeah, everything they do is
it's delicious.
Either on their farm or a neighboring farm.
Yeah.
So,
Let's give it a nose here, fellas, and see what we got. Oh man,
I like it. It's just it reminds me of kind of a hot toddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of fallish.
Yeah. I can only imagine what this is going to be like around a campfire in the fall. A little cool.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, like I said, you get the maple. You get the spice.
Yeah.
It's got a nice burn.
Yeah.
Not overbearing, but you can definitely tell the proof's there.
It just warms you.
Yeah.
I think, and then the maple syrup just kind of coats it down.
It's a little oak too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little oak comes in.
It's a good mesh.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and go in for a sip here.
You never gauge on your first sip either. But that was good.
It's so freaking good.
But I could, because it was really good.
Yeah.
It's so freaking good. It's like
I'd say you guys did good.
Well, there was a few years ago, and I think they bring them back every year. Aldi had these. They're in the shape of a maple leaf, and they're a cookie with maple icing on top.
That would be perfect for that.
It kind of reminds me of it. It's kind of got that same flavor. There's like a little cookie note to it, and really strong maple syrup.
I never thought of cookies and bourbon just now.
I get cookie a lot on Starlight stuff, like a little sugar cookie kind of thing.
You said the campfire. Boy, I could just imagine sitting there sipping this
on
a campfire. Warm,
that's right.
It burns all the way down, and I think it's the maple syrup that just kind of slowly goes all the way down. It's like it's coating my insides.
It doesn't hurt that I absolutely love maple syrup. Like that's like my like favorite thing, like as far as like like honey, maple syrup, sugary kind of things, maple syrup.
I was going to say that it's really viscous, but I didn't want to sound stupid and say that because. But it is.
It sticks on. You can see it.
But is it the maple syrup that's causing that?
I'm sure.
So I still did it, but still I looked at it earlier and I thought, oh my, that's really.
This could be medicinal.
Medicinal. Yeah. This will help me for sure. Man, I really do love that. I'm glad that you were able to pick this barrel. Glad that you asked us to go on that pick.
I wouldn't have done it without you guys. You guys are great supporters of Vick's, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we had a phenomenal day there too. So if you ever get a chance to go on a barrel pick or even a tour of Starlight, they treated us really well. We went through. We did a lot of samples that day.
We did. The food was delicious.
And thank God they treated us to lunch.
The pizza was really good.
Ted Huber, the master distiller and co-owner there, was gracious to sit down and talk with Brian and us for one of our early episodes of the Bourbon Pour.
So with us for a long time.
For a long time, and that wouldn't happen without Keith doing this barrel pick.
I think he got to see some other stuff too, didn't he? Did he pull out? I thought he pulled out a few more bourbons.
Went in a few different rick houses, and we'll put a little card up here somewhere if I remember to do that, so you can check out that video. One cool thing about the way that Starlight does this, Vick's is, I don't know if anybody can see that, but their 75th anniversary logo is on that bottle, so it's kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. We're pretty excited about it.
75 bottles for 75th year.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll have the Crowler cans with the shirt and the koozie in there, which is we're working on labels on those right now. So it should be a great evening.
This will first be available on the 8th.
On the 8th.
Yeah, we're wait until then, right? So and just real quick too, Vick was your grandfather.
Yes.
So Vick started this in 1949.
August 8th, 1949.
Okay.
I believe you looked that up and figured out that that's when the liquor license was approved.
Okay.
So that's when
Vick's was born.
Yes.
And now we're here.
75 years. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope he would be proud too. I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he is for sure. So we're really thankful for Keith because a lot of our cool bottles that we have, this is a demonstration. Everybody talks about in bourbon that relationships are what counts. You build those relationships with the liquor store owners and then they end up treating you well. Well, Keith has been way more phenomenal to us than
it's a mutual support between the three of us. Different things that go on through town and just in general. I mean, it's just
and Keith helps us out with our Bourbon Pour event that we do at Seymour Main Street that we've talked about on the channel.
Way above and beyond on that.
Right. So,
but the support from these guys is amazing too. So it really is, like they said, get in touch with your local liquor store owners and try to build those relationships and that loyalty and the friendships. And our tastings, we do tastings quite a bit, and it's actually turned into more of a social event.
A little hangout.
It really does, which is a great thing because you get different people all with the same interest, and you learn. I learn something different from somebody every time we do one. It's really interesting. So, like I said, build that support, build the relationships, and it's a win-win for everybody. And it's win.
And then you get this. So So all right. Well, we hope that we will see you on August 8th, 6 p.m. Vick's Liquor Store, Seymour, Indiana, 400 East Tipton Street in Seymour. Yeah. So really looking forward to that. And
one last thing.
Sure.
Did you tell them about the Starlight Huber Blackberry whiskey yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you've done a few different.
Yeah, flavored whiskey, folks. We discovered while we were on that pick that we didn't ever think much about flavored whiskey, but Starlight gave us their blackberry whiskey straight from the barrel, and all of us, our minds were just blown.
That was delicious.
And now Keith's ordering cases upon cases and selling it too.
It's really delicious, but the main thing is they use fresh blackberries where a lot of the others, I'm not going to mention names, some of the others use artificial blackberries, and it makes a makes a difference in the taste.
It's incredible. There's a bottle.
You talk about viscosity, and you can. It's a lot thicker on the Starlights.
It's my favorite flavored whiskey by far.
And 84 proof. And it's about $10 cheaper too, so that's a bonus too.
Yeah. So, well, we're glad that you finally were able to make it on the show.
Oh yeah, this is great.
This is awesome.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a long time. And what an occasion!
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So proud of you. Proud to help.
Well, you know what? I'm proud of you guys, and I really appreciate all your help, everything you do. And
one of my best friends here too. So it's really cool. So we're gonna end the episode the same way that we always do. And that is when you're with your family and your friends, like Keith here, always share your whiskey. That's right. All right. Hey, thanks everybody.
That's awesome.